I love my guests. All day today I've had absolutely great guests. I don't know anything about them or anything. And this girl comes and said, what's your name? She said, I'm modest. I said, well, I know you're modest, but what's your name? She said, well, that is my name. How on earth could anybody ever be called modest? Are you modest?
It gets a lot easier with age. In college, you're not so modest.
You're not so modest. She's not so modest, but she's more modest now than she was when she was in college, because she's not in college anymore. No, your name, no, wait a second. Your name really isn't Modest. What is your real name?
My government name is Modest Estella Freeman Jones, and I go by Modest Jones.
She's a Modest Jones.
And it's my brand.
That's your brand?
I've trademarked it.
You've trademarked it? And what sort of business?
It is, well, fashion is part of it.
Fashion, okay. Did you do this?
I did this in a collaboration with a gentleman that has a brand by the name of King Gorgeous.
King Gorgeous could be very modest, right?
Jones.
Modest Jones, there you go. So you're in the fashion business as well as probably a few other things.
Yeah, I started off in music as a promoter, and then I became a music manager.
Oh, that must have been absolutely lovely.
It was fun, but then I got a lot of gentlemen telling me I could model, so I kind of lost my zest for business and
started modeling.
That. Yeah.
How well did you?
Bad choices.
Started making bad. Yeah, you were better off in the management business.
I think so.
Yeah. So you don't do that anymore, but you know how to do it.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that hit me up to listen to their music, and they want representation.
And they all want this for free. Do they want you to do it for free?
Yeah, because they want you to believe in them, and then you'll get paid on the back end.
Yeah. Well, then the back end never comes. It's always. You know what's funny thing is they call it the back end. It's always the back end. You never get to the front.
Yeah, that part.
You don't.
The modeling jobs pay.
Yes.
So I tend to take those.
Absolutely. Yeah. So how long have you been in Vegas?
I've been here 7 years.
7 years. And how has the 7-year itch done for you?
Well,
is it still itching?
I've come to terms with the fact that I'm here.
That's funny. So you're actually in Vegas. After 7 years, she's realized she's in Vegas.
Yeah,
okay.
Part of me was always moving back to New York, but I'm here.
Oh, I love New York.
I came from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? Yeah. Oh, I would go back in a second.
It's so cold right now.
Who cares? Warm up, get a little warm in.
The food's so good there.
Yeah, the people, the New Yorker people, oh, they're amazing. New York people.
Because you're straightforward. You love that.
Yeah, I love that. I love you ask a question, you get an answer. Here, you ask a question, and you go around the Mosey pole, and eventually you get an answer, and it's not the answer you want anyway.
That's one of the hardest things that's been really hard for me living here in Vegas.
Wow, tell me what this dancing around is.
Well, I'm the type, I'm like, Ninon, you ask me a question, I'm going to look you in your eye.
Yes.
I'm going to answer your question.
Absolutely, I hope.
They respond with another question, they dance all around.
What's this thing? You ask a question and then they throw a question back to you. Right. But I'm so rude, and I am very rude, and I apologize to anybody out there. And I will say that wasn't the question. Let's start again.
No,
now,
I don't find
this
that
is
rude.
my question. I want a question. And people have told me, Ninon, you're awfully, I don't know, blunt or straightforward, but that's how English people are. We don't daisy around. We don't mess around. So you're finding Vegas, but then Vegas is like full of very much different people.
True.
So you don't have just Vegas people. You do have some people that come from Vegas, yes, and they're lovely people. But everybody in Vegas is lovely, but it is a definitely different attitude.
I think that it's the people that choose to take on this like Vegas thing. It's like a persona, or the ones that come out and they blow all their money, or it's like a vibe.
Yeah.
And no matter where people are from, it's either you're strong-minded enough to stay you, or you want to join that dark side. Well,
Vegas, there's definitely a dark side of Vegas, but there's a dark side of everywhere. But at the same time, Vegas is Vegas. We all know what Vegas is. To me, Vegas is the music industry, the entertainment industry, and now you've got a lot of corporations coming into town, because I think you've got a lot of different taxes. The cost of living here is a little easier. So now let's get off that. And now, where are you off to? What road are you on right now?
Well,
apart from modeling.
When I came here, I was working for Moet Hennessy, so I had a direct transfer, like doing the beverage model thing.
Okay.
But I got into the casinos as a cocktail server and a bartender with no experience, no bartending school, straight, I guess, my outer appearance.
What is your personality?
That New York hustle, I think looking someone in the eye goes really far out here.
Well, because you're actually talking to them. You're actually having a conversation, which is quite unusual. Which
yes,
is,
it is, and that's kind of sad.
Yeah, that is sad. So, all right, so let's change the subject. If you want to change something and do something in Vegas, it sounds like you could actually start a business of eye contact.
Yeah. Somebody that'll be honest with you. Call me. Call Ninon. We'll tell you like it is.
Yes. But you might not want to hear
Don't
it
ask
now.
us if you don't want to know the truth.
The truth. So have you ever been an actress?
I am an actress.
She is an actress. So we have, this hasn't come up yet. So what have you been playing and who have you been working with?
In New York, I started off with extra work. So I was on Gossip Girl, Law and Order SVU, and then there was a movie for the TV show Arrested Development. I've never really seen it come to light, but we definitely...
I think that was when they didn't have any, film in the camera.
We definitely stayed on set for long enough, and I definitely got paid, so that's good.
Yeah.
But since I've been here in Vegas, the acting bug has seemed to bite me. I actually have lines in films. A couple of them are under contract, so I can only say so much.
That's okay.
But I have 2 roles that I played this past year that'll be coming out usually with movies. That'll be like 2 years from now.
Yes.
But I did Mr. Deschee, which was the Patel. And
the Patels, they're the Patel brothers, right?
Yep,
they're fabulous. These Patel brothers, amazing.
So that was great.
You did a lot of work with them.
And I actually managed my children's career, and I actually was able to get my son, he got himself a role. So that was his first paid role, and he's 4 years old.
So now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. Number one, I didn't know she was married. Number 2, I didn't know she had children. How many children do you have?
Okay, so I'm not married. I've never been married, so I don't know if that scares you, Ninon. But
why? Well, so it's not my child.
I definitely have children.
How many children do you have?
I have 3, and one.
Hang on a second. Let me wind this clock up a little bit. There's stuff going on here that I had no idea was going to happen.
Yep.
3. Now let's find out, how old are these children?
So my twins, they'll be 12. They'll be turning 12 this year.
You have 12-year-old twins.
I do, and they started off as models in New York, and they used to model as identical. Now one's significantly taller than the other, but they are actors. They've done some extra work, and one's a dancer. So they've been in theater.
They're in the right business for Vegas, because Vegas actually, dancing, number 1, because there's a lot of dancing.
Absolutely.
Number 2, the acting, the film business in Vegas is becoming really big and really great. I've got a friend of mine here, Keith Cramer, actually has been getting a lot of parts, and he started about a year and a half ago.
I love Keith.
Keith is doing absolutely, and he's just building and building and building and building. He's amazing, but he never stops. And one thing he does do continuously is social media. He is out there putting himself on social media all the time. So now I want to what?
Something big about Keith that I'd have to say that could inspire other actors, because it truly inspired me. I've seen Keith get a phone call at the last minute, and he will stay up, crunch time, no sleep, and he will learn those lines before he gets on set.
Yes.
He won't be that guy that gets there and doesn't know what he's talking about. He's hungry.
He does. He does. He learns. Well, he's very competent. He's on time. He learns his lines. He's always there. He does exactly what he's told to do. And it's funny, in the acting business, people don't like to tell you what to do. You're supposed to know what to do, but you've definitely got to go by their guidelines. 100%. Otherwise, you're out. Now, let's get back to these 3 kids.
How did I have them without being married?
Well, that's easy. That's easy. That was not my question. My question now is how do you keep them? I mean, you have a job or what?
Okay,
let's get up. How do you feed them?
So back in September, I left my job as a property manager to work for Modest Jones LLC full time.
Okay.
And I've been living off of my acting, my modeling, the clothes, my fashion. And then my kids, they work as well, so they're able to contribute a little bit to their own clothing and things.
And feeding themselves.
But, the thing is about, having your own business, which I'm sure you already understand.
Oh, I do, yes.
Once you realize what you were making per day working for someone else, and then you realize that all you have to do is match that and do that for yourself.
Yes.
You kind of know what you need to do at that point.
You need to know what you're doing. So you obviously know what because you have to bring in a certain amount every month. You've got to pay the rent, you've got to pay the car, you've got to feed the kids, and maybe buy them some clothes.
And they want theater camp, they want basketball, they want karate, they want to do everything.
How do you do all this? I mean, how does a woman do all that?
Only a woman could do all that, Ninon.
Well, I've never tried it as a woman of 3 kids, though I had some stepchildren, but I didn't have to bring them up. But I've never kind of tried it because I don't have any children. But
I definitely have some superhero in me, and judging from the energy I'm receiving here, I see that you have some superhero in you as well.
Yeah, I have some super something. I don't know what I have, but
So,
you know, I think we have energy. We all have, you know, our individual way of using our energy. What advice would you give for a woman in Vegas with kids to keep it going and to keep your personality? Because you're very happy. You're working on your own. She's got all her stuff together. How do you do that?
Thank you. I mean, first and foremost, routines. From the beginning with the twins, routine.
Yeah.
If you have twins, they do everything at the same time. If they think they're not going to, they're going to. So I set routines. I'm very organized.
Okay.
The other thing is, you know, you have to trust your gut. And I'm a praying woman. I'm a meditating woman. I knew when there was a time where I couldn't just be at the bar from day and night bartending.
Yes.
Because my kids needed me at a certain age.
Yeah.
They get a little older. They don't really want to hang out with you as much. So
No, but that's when you want to be with them, so they don't get into trouble.
Right.
You know, I always say to mothers out there, you really don't have to take care of your kids till 10 years old. From 10 all the way up to 18, this is where you take care of your kids because they can get into trouble.
Absolutely.
So this is more important actually than this. The first few years you can kind of work around it.
Well, right now, say for instance now, when they get out of school, they'll be in their programs with their computers, with their basketball, and they like to be with each other. They'll finish their homework. So I check all that, but if I can take them with me anywhere on set, or if there's any kind of availability when they can come with me. And usually they'll bag work while they're there because they're like little hustlers.
But also because you know that you're protecting them, you've got to have them there and everything else. What do you see that is really, really very, very different about living here and living in New York?
Man, honestly, the biggest thing is that energy you and I spoke about, the genuine. I'm not saying there weren't people trying to get one over on you in New York, but here it's a lot more
competition.
Well, I feel like New York has a lot of competition too. I mean, we're both melting pots. You know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
yes.
Here it's just like you're more likely not to not get someone to shoot it to you straight. So you're going to have to do your research and ask around.
To find out who everybody is, who they are, what they are.
Mutual friends, figure it out because from what I've seen, I mean, they're going to tell you as much as they want to tell you to get what they want here more than New York. New York, they're going to shoot it to you like, I know there's exceptions to the rule, but you don't have to like it, but this is how it is.
That's how it is. Okay.
There's a flakier nature here. Like people don't show up. They maybe don't take it as seriously.
No, they don't. You're right. They don't seem to show up a lot. But they're all hungry for work as well.
Right.
Or they all want this work.
Work. Like when you're,
I don't know.
You're so hungry, but you're still in bed, and you're so hungry, but you're not
still
eating,
in bed.
You know?
Yeah, it's like you're still in bed.
Like,
that's just. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. That's why That's why I'm asking you.
I mean,
Miss Modest.
Man, I do the best I can. I see so many things on set and so many behaviors. For instance, I'll be on set and I'll see an actor trying to boss the director. And I'm thinking, in New York, I've even said it at one point, in New York, you'd be gone.
Yes.
Like in LA, gone. There's no way. There's things you can get away with a little bit more here, I think.
Yes, because I think it's because they were a little bit more lenient because it's not really quite the industry just yet. But it's building, always building fast and
with
furious.
that Raiders stadium coming, it's here, man.
Yeah.
California's here.
Yeah, California is definitely here. Absolutely. Yeah. How can people reach you?
My tag handle is Modest Jones on everything. That's MODEST JONES. I have a Facebook. I have a like page. Facebook.com/modestjones.com spelled out. And then, just Modest Jones. I mean,
Modest
I trademarked
Jones
it. No one else can have it. It's mine.
It's hers. I love that. You're out there to have what is yours is yours.
Mine is mine.
And you're going to keep it.
That's right.
Thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. Absolutely amazing. Guests have been wonderful. Don't forget to subscribe. Press that little button to subscribe for YouTube. Absolutely amazing. We're reaching actually where we need to reach. Our social media is getting out there. So we're becoming very, 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 very big. And it's absolutely amazing. But only because of all of you out there can we do what we do. Thank you for watching. We'll be back.